we'd like to thank all the parents that are here. We'd like to thank Mr. Dennis. Harlem Shake contributed this facade that you see here, and we're going to put it to good use.
We're going to make Wadleigh the LaGuardia of Harlem. There is no reason why our students should be leaving to go downtown, to go to some other school when we have all the talent uptown. There is no reason for it. So I just want to leave you guys with a quote, and it's from Marcus. It says, God and nature first made us what we are, and then out of our own creative genius, we make ourselves what we want to be. Follow always that great law. Let the sky and God be your limit, and eternity your measurement. And that's what we're going to see tonight. Students with their creativity, and they will have no limit, and they will go on forever. Always remember your legacy, folks. That's the thing that you leave behind. Thank you.
Remember the group called The Last Poets? Raise your hand. Oh, okay, all right. Well, we sold 400,000 copies of an album without any advertisement, so I guess somebody does remember. And the fact is that it's always a pleasure to do something in Harlem, because Harlem is where the last poets were born. Harlem is where I live. Harlem is still the very pulse of life throughout the entire world. All right, are you ready to do something with me? Let's see. Everybody say free. Free. Grow. Grow. Misery. Misery. Down. Down. True. True. Sad. Sad. Uplift. Here. Here. 8 words that is going to be a part of a call and response. I'm going to say the 8 words again just for those who have short memories, all right? And I'm going to say a little verse, and your word's going to come right after the verse. I want to be what I can be, to be proud, healthy, and free. I want to say what I know to help my brothers and sisters. I want to feel good about me and blame no one for my misery. Cause I'll be strong to turn it around. I want to go up, I'm not going down. I want to do what I can do to make all my dreams come true. Remember my past, the good and bad, how I made it art even when it was sad. I want to share whatever my gift, and when you're feeling low, I'll give you. I want to live without fear and know that I'm blessed for being, and know that you're blessed for being, and know that we're blessed for being. I want to be what I can be, to be proud, healthy, and free. I want to say what I know to help my brothers and sisters. I want to feel good about me and blame no one for my misery. Cause I'll be strong to turn it around. I want to go up, I'm not going down. I want to do what I can do to make all my dreams come true. Remember my past, the good and bad, how I made it art even when it was sad. I want to share whatever my gift, and when you're feeling low, I'll give you. I want to live without fear and know that I'm blessed for being, and know that you're blessed for being, and know that we're blessed for being, and know that we're blessed. A long time ago, we started an underground. Freedom was the name of Harriet's train, and she never ever lost a single load. There was a woman a long time ago who started an underground. Freedom was the name of Harriet's train, and she never ever lost a single load. She was born a slave, but her will was free. She knew she couldn't live in slavery, so she left the plantation through an underground creation, but her soul wouldn't rest for the slavery situation. Found friends who cared, had rooms to spare, had a sister or a brother, a father or a mother, yeah. There was a woman a long time ago who started an underground. Freedom was the name of Harriet's train, and she never ever lost a single load. She couldn't read, she couldn't write, but she had common sense to fight. to fight for freedom for her people's sake. Don't die as a slave, let's all escape. Now the dogs couldn't catch her and the man couldn't trap her where the stars above. There was never a disaster. Over 19 times she went back to the south, bring blacks to the north, as quiet as a mouse. Yeah, there was a woman a long time ago who started underground. Freedom was the name of Harriet's train, and she never ever lost a single look. Harriet, tough man, didn't mess around. Don't come with me if you ain't really down. Got the Lord and my gun, and ain't no turning back. If you stop, I got to shoot you, cause you know the final tracks. Let's wade in the water and steal away, like it says in the song that we sing every day. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's got the trouble, I know you know it, y'all. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. There was a woman a long time ago who started underground railroad. Freedom was the name of Harriet's train, and she never ever lost a single load. $40,000 they put on her head for anyone who could catch her alive or dead. But she was much too slick, and the Lord was on her side. Just 93 years before she died was a woman a long time ago who started underground railroad. Freedom was the name of Harriet's train, and she never ever lost a single load. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Real quick. Just in case there's people in the room who didn't get the chance to get his name or know who he is, can you just please acknowledge yourself to those who just didn't get a chance to even know who you are?
My name is Abiodun, but since that's a mouthful for a lot of people, you can call me Dune, which rhymes with moon and tune and noon and all that stuff. So if you see me anywhere on the street or anywhere on the subway or the bus or whatever, you can say, hey, what's happening, Brother Dune? And I will respond. And if any of you are interested in any of the Last Poet products, CDs, I always carry some with me, and you can see me after this is over. But thank you very much for listening. Did you appreciate what I did? Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, as if it was one of your relatives, give it up for Mr. Scott Morris.
Y'all ready for good? I wasn't ready for that. Alright, so what I like to do when I'm dealing with the crowd, since I'm the first one kicking it off tonight, I'm gonna set the energy. So, we can do that? Yeah. Can we do that? I need some energy. We can do that? Alright, so start with this. So I'm gonna get y'all involved because I love the crowd. So when I say hip, y'all say hop. Hip, 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 hip. Like I said, my name is Scott Morris, so we're gonna kick it off real quick with a quick 16, just to let y'all know. And then I'm gonna go into this piece, and then we're gonna get it going. So, here we go. Living in a city where Christianity's battered, these rappers turn singers. We listening to Diana's. I was tempted to diss them won't make these dollars. Dollars need to be made too. Further the processing date, living our progress with negative comments. I got these dreams, but they tried to stop me for years. Fears that develop, afraid they give me. Before, see, I was blind, but now, see, I can see. Anything they using to penetrate my fortress. Porches, changing these rips. They tried to sell us. You're free, man, you're free. Is what they tried to tell us. Enslaved to these American dreams. American dreamers who held captive. They tell us to live, but it's evil when spelled backwards. Show you how corrupt the system really is. I was swimming in the pool full of sharks, and these didn't feel reliance. Always come equipped, knowing that they lying. For seeing what they pulled on Lauren. For talking about Zion, dying dreams. This city really is filled with desperation. I get that round of applause. I get that round of applause. This is the last call for alcohol. This the beginning. Yo, so get you off the wall. How often do you get the chance like this? So you should understand why I'm feeling just like this. It's like ever since I opened my mind, a lot been going on. I think God showered me with a couple blessings. I'm feeling like Stella when she first got that boot back. Who was that? That's what they used to yell at me a year ago. Now everywhere I go, they say I look real familiar. Last week I performed at Mercy, and on my way to the show, I used my last 20 on the round trip. Knew I probably wouldn't eat much tomorrow. I sacrificed for a dream on my mind and my future. I'm thinking about back after Kelly mentioned it in the interview. I ain't come this far for me to leave with nothing. See, anything is possible. Just trying to show my mother that ain't coming back home to progression is made, cause he think I'm wasting my time, but I was just facing my grind. Let's see who else is in here. We got Long Island here. Alright, that's a little bit, alright. Queens. Alright, I'm gonna go back. Bronx. Alright, so we're gonna get it going right now to finish it off. Has Scott been the most overlooked? Yes, sir. Now will Scott be the most overbooked? Yes, sir. Pour another glass, I was given another chance. See, no one knows the pain that I suffered. Now when they hear me, they be like, this is you? Is this how Lauren felt after being nominated? Close to greatness, they compare me to a few legends. Style like most deaf beard, they say common. A flow that make them ask, are you signing Interscope or The Rock? Or even one of the major labels? Independent, so you know I'm working my off. My crib be my office, no funding, but yet I get around from Bucktown to LI to Queens. Never had a limit, boy, I'm chasing a dream. No self-esteem I had, yes indeed. So imagine talk about what you want to do, and people say you better off flipping the burger. People will say things just so they can hurt you, and they say you can't do anything without a sponsor. See, I agree, I may need a sponsor, but I flew a tour without a sponsor. I told them, give us some time. I have us on the ride, told them the plan, then they push it aside, so they mad that I found these people who just as hungry, homie. I'm Scott, y'all. Thank you, y'all.
Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Shy Guy, the Bandit.
Give it up, y'all. Make some noise. Make some noise.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Alright. Yeah. The name of my piece is called Lyrics, and I don't have no beat or nothing, so it's just like acapella. So hope y'all enjoy it. Alright. Here I go. Rewind time when me time not where did it start for me? Battles over my heartless dreams, fall in love with this artist, now part of my lyrics. Lyrically, I'm an assassin, twist your neck backwards, you walk, sorry for the rest of them, now give them a round of applause. While waiting for your wonderful future to wobble upon your path, redeeming yourself from a damaging past, I won't clash with your future. Those that I called you stupid, I tried to mute you, but yet you still kept to your music. Never was one to run, never was one to fall under the spell of the lost ones, I fought them. Lyrics I had them. Issues left me laughing. Can my message be sent to every little delinquent and bastard that's hungry for some gun action? Street dreams are still dreams, better than no dreams. If not dreams, there wouldn't be no me. Could I be stupid forgetting the music business? That's something I've been wanting ever since I was an infant. This gift that I was given, they knew that some messages were to uplift the spirit of those who are listening. Got me going harder than I ever been. I'll stay on top of this. I cannot forget hard of my birthplace. That see me through my good or worst ways throughout my young age. I got a bandit flow, lyrical mastermind. Monster mashing, munching on beach, cut corners, currently consuming counterfeits, leaving rappers deceased. This verse letters and them words describe me, an MC. Thank you.
Give it up for him one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up. Like I said, I definitely want to shine light on you, just in case anybody within this audience is probably their first time seeing you perform. Let the people know, like, your name again, where they can find you, just in case people want to be in contact with you, okay?
My name... Hello? Alright, my name is Shy Guy the Bandit, but my real name is Jeremy Brown. You can look me up on Facebook, Jeremy Shy Guy Brown. Instagram, Shy Guy the Bandit. Thank you. Those are my really source for now, but...
I have a question.
Okay.
How'd you come up with your name?
Oh,
you don't seem shy on stage. Does he seem shy, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, he does. Okay.
Now I got my name because the way how I grew up, I was very quiet and I wasn't really out there ready to go for anything or really do much. So I was very shy to I really kept to myself. So I really got the name Shy Guy the Bandit. So
Shy Guy, but there's a bandit.
Yeah, the Bandit.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, the Bandit.
Well, we can get that out of your music. You don't have to go into details. It's up to you.
Shy Guy the Bandit. It just I don't know. I just felt I felt comfortable with it because I was always different. Always wearing hoodies and stuff like that and stuff. I always couldn't really do much the same other people do. I was always see myself like an outcast or something like that, or not outlaw, but an outcast. Yeah. So I just got the name Bandit. Shy Guy the Bandit.
Word, we like it, don't we?
Make some noise one more time if you feel a shy guy. Make some noise one more time. Next we would like to bring out to you, I want y'all to make some noise as I bring out here to the stage, Saba. Give it up for her, y'all. Give it up, make some noise, make some noise.
Thank you. I want to say thank y'all for having me. I'm just a little girl from Virginia by way of DC, and I'm in my parents' hometown of Harlem, and I feel good. But my piece is called Blazing Trails. I'm a lyricist, and this is just to let you guys know that not to measure yourself on anybody else's path, but to know who you are and respect your struggle, because I went through a lot of things, and I stayed out of school, and I just got accepted to NYU, so this school is for the music program. So, Blazing Trails, get started. Okay. Yeah. The name, keep your head high, on your song. It just goes. Just have faith in yourself. Okay. Feeling like I'm dealing with everything by myself. Trying to stay sane, no check-ups on my mental health. Always go against the grain, never tame, but this lioness is trying to brace itself. How can you track your progress and what you doing ain't never been done? Hear about the girl from the DMV who's a QT, but it's bitches with a tongue. Every time I add my quotients up, I'm only stuck with some. And I'm like, nah, say y'all give me some more. Like a schizo or a flip mode, wanna be with this flow. And if you ain't hating, no, I'm always ready to bust around and just flow. Then drop it low, but I gotta eat and to get this bread, you gotta make dough. So I'm plotting and scheming on logic and reason. And I switch the plan up every solstice in each season on the grind, but I'm not teasing. Big chunks on this beat, man, like I'm vegan. Oh, okay, it go when you're headed down your path. And you don't notice any traffic, no signs on the road, but you know where you're going. Wait for someone to pass you, but that would only gas you. Just keep the faith and don't bail, cause you're just blazing trails. When you're headed down your path and you don't notice any traffic, no signs on the road, but you know where you're going. Wait for someone to pass you, but that would only gas you. You gotta faith and don't bail. Why? Cause you're just blazing trails. I stand, cause I'm known to inspire. Turn the tip, so I'm known to inspire. Orange and yellow hair, I know I'm on fire. My need to see this way so dire. This way, like reading and rainbow. It's just my angle to do what I was made for. Excuse me if I don't ask what's your name. I can't think what you about, you lame-o. Gotta be my own cheerleader when this life gets me down. Well, the pen in the pad is my therapist now. Keep my head high when I'm blazing on the trail. Sometimes I get to heaven, gotta walk through hell. Keep faith and I, you will prevail. Happy to be at the end of your tail. But I'm the greatest like Wadleigh. Anything I ever was, cause I said it to be. I make B-boys get the carry up to be a G, and that's simply why you can't F with me. Simply why you can't step to the G. Simply why you ain't touching me. And that's simply why you can't mess with my frequency. When you head down your path, okay. Don't notice any traffic, okay. Signs on the road, but you know where you're going. Wait for someone to pass. You gotta have to marry. I gotta mess you up. It's okay. Don't bail, cause you're just blazing trails. When you're headed down your path and you don't notice. I usually have my hype band up with it. The road, but you know where you're going. How many times have you had lost faith and confidence in yourself? And then you said, I can do this. Cause you're just blazing trails. I said, ooh, you're blazing trails. Blazing trails. Just blazing trails. Just blazing trails. Just be a leader and go and blaze a trail. I said, ooh, you gotta break the mold. Tell me you barely did it if you don't fold. Those accomplished from greatness were never told. They just went after the golden glow. After I blaze this trail, my journey never stops. Gotta go hear my relationship with my pops and go clear my name, but fuck with the cops if I have to. I'm not a island hop, cause I'm a singer and I'm banging, and I don't ever like being contained. I became a rebel since conception, man. I said it's hard not knowing your faith on your trail. Sometimes you get to heaven, gotta walk through hell. Keep faith and I, you will prevail. Happy to be at the end of your tails, and I'm the greatest like Wadleigh. Anything I ever was, cause I said it to be. I mean, D-boys get the character to be a G, and that's simply why you can't F with me. Simply why you can't step to the G. Simply why you ain't messing with me, and that's simply why you ain't on my frequency. Thank you. The next one is a little more upcoming. It kind of reminds you of Chief Keef. But it's like, gotta get it. And this was what I was going through when I knew I had to do what I had to do to get it. So sometimes y'all can sing the chorus, but you can play it. It's another one telling you gotta keep your head high. Okay. You gotta look them dead in the eye, kill them with your head high, power from the most high, nothing like you. They don't like me cause I'm shining, I'm just out here grinding, waiting for time, but I'm a quarter past. We'll see, I can't wait, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. If I'm stuck, then I'm going pivot. We'll see, I can't wait, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. 007 precision with the mission. That's why you look them dead in the eye, kill them with your head high, power from the most high, nothing like you. They don't like me cause I'm shining, cause I'm just out here grinding, waiting for perfect time, but I'm a quarter past you. Listen, I gotta get it, by any means necessary, cause my patience shorter than the month of February. I'm marching on these April Fools, you may be hot, but I'm like the sun in June and June, or July. I just saw you simply try. You demand, but I supply. Special delivery every time. You don't want beef with my five guys. I put it in your face, make you have a taste. You small fry, watching myself to places. The case started with a race. I was saying the only position is the ace or the queen. I mean, who's on the range, no at the age 17. Don't believe me, ask for my Miss Green. Then I had to leave the scene. Move to NY to follow my dream. Put school to the side. Girls taught me to be trying to trip up the stride, but even that head couldn't get me back. Just may take a flex. On to the next. Now it's family over friends. Living well is the best revenge. That's why you look them dead in the eye. Kill them with your head high. Power from the most high. I'm nothing like you. They don't like me cause I'm shining. I'm just out here grinding, waiting for perfect time, but I'm a quarter past you. That's why you can't wait. You gotta get it. How many of y'all gotta get it? Who's about to graduate? You gotta get it. You gotta do this for yourself and your family. Yeah. That's it. Thank you for having me.
Can you spare some change? That silly chick changed her position when she noticed that brother, noticing her, searching for change in her pocketbook, you see. Bus fare can get a chick killed in New York City after 12, at the station. Overflowing with crackheads, you see. Crackheads move fast with the lights on like roaches. They must live on spare change since that's all they ask for, but can you cop crack with quarters at the station? There's always somebody bleeding. Smelling like hot garbage, making everybody else think like that new fragrance, homeless, designed by the system to remind us that it's always there, searching our book bags for bombs. But can you find Muslims in a JanSport? Maybe in London, but in America, terror comes from Texas. From pedophile priests, Fox News police, and singers, and middle-aged middle school teachers in chat rooms, where little children grow up too fast, so smile for the webcam. Filming fornication featuring first graders. You see, that's terror. And you can read all about it at the newsstand and the station, where biohazardous fumes get released during exhalation, emanating from cardboard boxes, and dogs violate people's rights to fight terrorism. But who's there to fight that dirty man with the brown teeth? Trying to convince me that he needs my change more than I do. Terrorizing my nostrils with hostile body odor. Nuclear stench bombs that he got from government cutbacks. Causing him to attack the people. Like most freedom fighters when their lives get sanctioned. And they always hit the stations. And where soldiers are stationed, standing stationary, secure in supposed superiority. Playing war games. Planting fear in the majority of passengers at the station. Where children left alone are taken because terror's different in America. Just ask the guinea pig kids here in Harlem, crying through tubes in their stomachs for mothers they never knew, hoping someone comes to claim them before Potter's Field do. It's like tick, tick, tick. It's those measured moments just before contact. Ain't had no real contact with my family. I should contact me a loved one, but someone told her to avoid contact with me. Being touched leads to questions. Questions like, hey yo, cops, Do you have it? Like I'ma say, yeah. I got the bomb, so I head for the nearest subway. It's time to end the questions. Sit down my knapsack, noticing how hard I'm sweating. Everybody can see me stressing like them transit cops, guessing they'll find weed after checking my bag, but my slow burning fuse made them choose to pursue promotion elsewhere because deeply hidden, something's obviously brewing, and suicide bombers kill everybody. So I gets to carry my burden free of random searches of my personal space where some records should stay sealed whether I act like a patriot or not. But still I move slow, trying not to get shot like that guy in London. You see, his bag was heavier than mine, so British bobbies blew his blues right out of his bloody mind. They lifted his burden for him, in the hopes that he don't unload his problems on the rest of us. You see, a dead question beats the wrong answer any day, and with soldiers trained to kill that noise, mass transit has been kind of quiet, so how's that for solutions? New York's been fooled by them same illusions, so you'll be late for work if you start refusing to search, defending your Fourth Amendment rights, but they've been gone since they crashed them flights and spent all that money to shine them lights like 12 years ago. So who's to stop me from boarding a plane, bus, or a train with a bag of my blues attached to a fuse shorter than Stephanie Mills? There is something in the way you make me feel with your hands all in my belongings, like something in there belong to you. And if I push this button right here, then what in God's name could you do? If you see something, then say something. But if it's going to be something, then there's nothing you can say to me and even less you can do. I'm already here on this train with a problem in a knapsack. So make moves like you hear something ticking, because there's nothing between me and you but air, space, ignorance, bad intentions, and policy. Written by wealthy people robbing me of my right to keep my life to myself. Peace, Wadleigh. Thanks for having me.
Your eyes tell stories that your mouth doesn't need to, and it completely moves me. It shifts me to a different dimension, taking me on a journey spiritually where I can look through the windows of your soul. I am sitting on the edges of the question mark that you turn out to be, but to you it's just a windowsill. This question makes me want to dive into every depth of you, especially the ones I want to learn how to swim in. When I'm sitting on this edge, I turn my head to look inside. And there's a book of songs that sings to me. Inside this book, there's a plate of songs made by your heart. Unfortunately, only got a chance to taste a sweet piece of your melody. The way she sang to me, you heard me. I don't know how, but it led me to believe that angels are butterflies in disguise, and in love, you have wings fluttering in your mouth, and they sing with an orchestra of mirrors. You create vibrations with angels. Love, if you look closely enough, you'll see that there are reflections on your eyes. And if you decide to look into mine, I advise you to read backwards to understand what you are reading. You should see there's a similar difference between you and I. Because when opposite notes clash, they create a harmony. Love, opposites are nothing but harmonies. They are like two butterfly wings, kissing in the sunlight, resonating on a canvas called perception. Love, I've always wanted to tell you at least one of my secrets. The one that shows that how much I'm craving to taste your butterflies. So when these angels kiss, they can play with your bucket, tweak their tongues like pages, turning and singing, they're turning and kissing. I can't ignore the sounds you make because it partially moves me. The music you make partially moves me, and as you sing through the song entitled You Heard Me, I'm ashamed to say that it completely moves me. I don't know your identity. Because of this, it made me want to dissect myself. Find out whether or not I'm supposed to protect myself. But jumping off of this windowsill I call infatuation. I'm infatuated not by beauty, I'm infatuated by the beauty inside of you. You got beauty inside of you that resonates. And you sing, turning and singing, turning and kissing. Love, you have power that you do not recognize. You're able to move people with your eyes. You tell stories that break me. If you could do that, imagine what your tongue could do. Imagine what it feels like playing with these butterfly wings and making them dance in the sun, making them sing on these canvases we call our minds. If you look away, I ask that you don't blink. I ask that you look at me in my eyes and say that love does not only last for the if love only lasts for us together, you should see that this dream should be together. Or, can you tell me? Who knows how to answer the question better than the question itself? And who knew that the question could make the answer question itself? Please let us question ourselves, because I need help figuring this out. Whether now I'm supposed to jump or fly. And when you do sing your song to me, don't look away. Tell me again, because I want to have all the butterfly wings kissing in the sunlight, so we can have an orchestra dancing in my arms. If you sing to me alone, just sing to me the whole song. You heard me, and the rest. Jamal, you heard me, and the rest. I just want to chase you butterflies. I just want to sing. I just want to look into our reflections, make a harmony. Thank you.
My name is Rebecca Sol, like it said, it's spelled S-O-L. I'm 17 years old, and I'm going to be doing kind of like 2.5 songs tonight. This first one is an original. It's called A Different Evolution. And it's basically about, I was reading a book in English class. I had to write it for my English class. And it's about a boy who was like mentally retarded. And people were like, oh, he's stupid, he doesn't understand anything. But he just understood things differently. He noticed like how people would put their elbows in a certain way. So he would just notice things differently. He wasn't stupid. So that's kind of what I got this song based off of. And that people throughout time who have been seen as losers or weird or whatever, they actually turned out to be these beautiful, amazing people. So, here we go. Young boy, why behave so rude? When you have greatness in you, they judge you because they don't know. They try to destroy what they do not understand. Don't let them hurt you. Don't let them steal your smile. Who told you that difference is beautiful? Yeah, who told you that difference is beautiful? Afraid of different out of you, but don't let the fears define you. You will never great things just because they don't know. Don't mean it's not true. Say you will never great things just because they don't know. Don't mean it's not true. And who told you that's different? Is it beautiful? And who told you that's different? Is it beautiful? We are not always given an easy road, but just because you walk different, talk different, and think different does not mean you are wrong. Who knows what you could be if you just give yourself a chance to see? I think you could be amazing. They're afraid of you because you force them to look at themselves, afraid of you because you are unashamed of being you. Please, don't stop growing, don't stop evolving. I mean, I think that, well, maybe different would be beautiful if you would open up your eyes and see that different could be beautiful. Whoa, yeah. Different could be beautiful.
Yeah.
I used to think that we could be more than memories. Once upon a time, we used to be reality, and I was just a dream. An illusion. It was something that we used to have. Was it love, or were we just holding on for memories? Only know what was in the past, cause we all know you only want what you can have. You did me wrong, but I knew it all along. I was blinded.
sorry and you want me when I'm gone. I can see you, but I really illusion. I'm clearly moving on, so don't get me wrong.
You left the pain in my heart and the feelings in the song, so you'll be sorry and you want me when I'm gone. I can see you, but I really illusion. But don't get me wrong, I left the pain in my heart and the feelings in the song.
Today while backstage, I shared a book that I'm currently reading by Bell Hooks. Bell Hooks speaks on feminism, black woman in America. She speaks on black male being picked on all the time, but black woman who is being fallen behind because society's caught behind. I heard a message to out here today. He said, we're always caught behind, but that's why we're never on time, and that's why we're never on time. So I keep knocking on doors trying to find opportunities. I'm always on time beforehand, before time. You tell me be there at 5, I'll be here at 4:50 waiting for opportunity. There's no logic in falling behind. There is no logic in color. There is no logic in you trying to define me with who I am by the clothing I'm wearing or the style of my hair or the way that I carry with the people that I walk with. There is no logic. And in today's society, the kids in my generation, the kids in my neighborhood, the kids have no type of leeway, no type of go ahead and get on. See, on the Upper West Side, on the Upper East Side where I work at, all the kids, they have instruments. I know it doesn't sound that much of a big of a deal to you, but to me, it hurts me, it pains me, because when I was in school, I had an instrument, I had a chance, I had an opportunity, but nowadays, we only get stuck with playing with these games, we only get stuck with finding guns, because guns are easy to get than instruments. Instruments can go far places. You see Alicia Keys, she got many key places. Logic and racism is really funny to me, because when we speak on certain things, people act like they don't hear us, and they seem to forget that just because I listen to rap doesn't mean there's nothing conscious about my conscience. My conscience, it bleeds conscience. My conscience has generations behind it. My conscience is screaming and yelling and letting you know right now my color is no barrier for me. It's just another obstacle to show you how great it is to be just another color of me. I have to let you know. You see, there's a difference between you and I. My neighborhood has plenty of luxuries to let me know that I too have great D-tax too as well. Let me let you know something. I never had to enroll in the army to find out what my defense tax were. I just had to grow up in an urban society where I had to duck and dodge crackheads, blood gangs trying to get down with me, and boys trying to be too fast, trying to slick up in my pants. Please, slow down, brother. There is nothing more paining than when I have to go into the city and I'm always seeing these kids privileged. They don't know what it is to run home after school. They don't know what it is to go home to hunger pains. They don't know what it is to have one parent taking on a household with 5 kids. They don't know what it is to know that your cousins are just like your siblings, because they have no other choice, because families aren't families anymore. We live in broken homes trying to make wishes out of everything. I eat off of these dreams. These goals I live off. These dreams I dream of. These dreams I birth. These dreams I give lives to, as if I'm a mother giving pregnancies to my own dreams. You see, these generations, they got me twisted. They thought that I would settle back and settle for everything that the Americans trying to tell me what I am. Bell Hooks, Bell Hooks. Bell Hooks rings bells in my ears now. Bell Hooks rings bells in my mind now. Bell Hooks makes me think left, cerebellum right, connects down, fall into a whole other sequence of a lifestyle. Bell Hooks. In society today, we only focus on the black male, the pen being demasculized. We only focus on the black male being weak, but we do not focus on black women. Black women, we do not focus. That's why we got lost astray. That's why 15-year-olds became 27-year-olds birthing out babies. They're trying to find out what's going on. We shouldn't know about no plan B. We need to be bringing home plan Bs, please. There is no logic to racism. There is no logic to my color. There is no logic. Make it no mistake that I would never take it back for the color I am, the shape. You see, you people, you fight for this every day. Let's keep in mind, my generation, these are the same people that take flights to Miami just to get this color. Go figure you want to be this color. Go figure you want my struggle. Go figure that you want to be just like me, but your blood can't run through me. You cannot be a duplicate of what our history has made me. Logic. The only logic in Bell Hooks that she had when she connected us in my logic, in my mind, is the logic that society is the big joke. I no longer blame the man anymore. I blame myself. I blame you for holding yourself back, because regardless of where we at, we've always found out to make something out of something. You remember Tupac, he made $1 out of 15 cents. Take that. Pop it out, that's the first one.
Girls be stepping far, yeah, always dipping, hit them with the kindness, they forever mine. Everybody make some noise! Myself is ain't seen no promise here. Everybody make mistakes, but at a point in my life, I thought I would never make it, but I'm getting on 2 feet, to a lot of hurt, you see. They pull it, all the gym, but I punch it on my shoulders,
9. Let me stop spitting on this baby tip. My sister shared with me some words and I stick to the whip. Keep rap smart, give them something to gain. Instead of cold money, chicks and spilling brains. Something with some substance, man, F this whack rap. These dudes played out, everybody's used to that. DJs and iPhones got y'all dudes' eyes on. I mean the third one is done, you don't even run. Have you ever known some neighborhoods they trapped in? While you busting traffic captains sitting cackling? I mean that's what they want from you, young trash. Dropped out of school just so you can make some quick cash. Oh you hot with that LB belt in that minor flash. I'll be laughing at you with my educated bitch ass. My main goal is to make it out the hood. Not stand around in this trick and try to look good. These streets still lies that make mothers cry. But when you get ahead, touch you the side eye. Some anti-bang-ish only flow from my lips. Play around in the streets get pop like a zip. These streets still lies that make mothers cry. But when you get ahead, you touch you the side eye. I'm handling my biz, laying low, trying to live. I said making life more than it really is. Build an empire, take the team higher. You know, slowly dance, spit that as a fire. I'm handling my biz, laying low, trying to live. I said making life more than it really is. Build an empire, take the team higher. You know, slowly dance, spit that as a fire. Like for real, bro, I been getting a grip. Instead of busting heads in for some stupid bitch. Get your life together, try to stack a cheddar. Not by someone's dozen with a lifestyle that's better. Elevate your mind, I'll make you stupid to try set your goals. And keep it rocking to the finish line. Life gave me lemons with a little bit of lime. But after that, I'll make a lemonade in due time. Nothing that you ever seen come between me and my green. Bet you we get mean. Just don't make me have to raise my better tosses in my cobbles. I swerve those for you with me while you have to topple. You the thought queen, the thought knees. Oh, it's not me. Get up off your knees on the degree cure disease or something mean. Know what I mean? You give me top for Applebee's and my luxuries. Like yo, can't pay your bills without Louis Vuittons on your feet. Who you fighting for? Exit out the side door. Cause it'll be a war. And my whole team's the warlord.
Each day I want to be a day to wait and see.
Love, past few days I done went through. You probably won't believe where my mental is. I feel a lot of pain where my temple is. So my heart bleeds where my pencil is. Life goes on, that's what they say. But it might go wrong in the way you pray. And it might go right in the way you do life weird like that. So I just take it. Cause I try so much that the tears don't dry. It comes out even when you try. It's scared of the truth, so I'm getting on a rock all life. But I'm still no guy. I woke up this morning, rolled the blunt while I was yawning. Then I went to brush my teeth and I'm missing. Thinking how light breathe and I'm here thinking how to stretch my years. Think of money to suppress my tears, but I'm wrong. It's funny how these tears help me write this song. Give me some idea where I might belong. I might get gone till my brain's left, waiting for the rest of my body to follow. Live for the day, die for tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be alive for tomorrow.
As far as it is to be, of what this life has been for you and me. So I guess that we'll just have to wait and see. I guess that we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, let's go, Milton.
Great culture. On a daily, we survive, but we barely
Live our lives without drama. Deceit or lies, yeah, we conquer. We don't compromise.
That for me is harmony.
Unsure,
That for me is harmony.
you'll never know, so I guess that we'll just have to wait and see. I guess that we'll just have to wait and see. Take me for granted, that's only what I'm all about. I can't stand it, so respect I will demand it. Just being candid, so please don't panic. When I show you the other side of them cameras, spread propaganda to the masses. We like some masses, digesting whatever they pass us. So spreading it around without knowing what the facts is. Chopping niggas down, and the government is hitting off the axis. I can never sit down, cause I don't know what relaxes. I'ma make these songs to a mother and blow my gasket. All wind up in a casket, whichever one comes the fastest. But I won't stop now, cause I'm one energized black bastard. Go.
Because they survive. Mama, cause she survived. Father, cause he survived. I'm still alive.
Royal culture,
I'm thinking I'm almost there. I hear my name everywhere in the atmosphere. Yeah, well if this is my calling, Mom Dukes be the first one I'm calling. Tell her she ain't gotta wake up in the morning and do that 9 to 7, cause I'm on high 97. Nobody made me, I was gifted from the heavens. 6'3", so I got a bigger heart than Kevin. I'm the great. Go tell him I'm the great. Who I be, I'm the great. Make no mistake, I'm the great. Back to the music, I was having doubts, but my confidence rebooted. The option is yours, all you gotta do is choose it. Part of this life is making a sacrifice. If what you believe is right, then you will survive the night. No worries, no problems. If they do, come figure ways to stop them. Great, this is more than a message. Check, it's something like a prophecy. They used to step on my toes with no apologies. Now I step on their heads and tell them part of me. Music comes from within, every part of me. Tell your favorite rappers, they don't want no parts of me. Nah, it's just my analogy. Can't survive in the streets if you're not a G. I'm the great, so all the greats acknowledge me. You can hate debate, but you ain't knocking me. I'm at a school, you boys, I brought my faculty. First class in session, teaching reality. Is it cause I'm making progress, you mad at me? I'm on my journey, changing the face of humanity. Up in my face is where the camera be. They feel my super swag and my energy. You need the US Army to get rid of me. I got 1 million soldiers living in poverty. How? Africa be the motherland. Why can I put like 2 grand in my mother's hand? When I used to get showered from my mother's hand. When I fell, I came up on my mother's hand. Damn, the government just don't give a damn. They more interested in finding aliens from an island. Feeling like an alien. Alienated got me feeling like I'm Gilligan. Or my friends like, there go Gilligan. Wondering what beats I'ma kill again. How many brothers the cops gon' kill again? Aiming for your head again, leave you stiff like a mannequin. People in the struggle, my music is buried in. Tell them I'm the great. Go tell them I'm the great. You should Chagustas, please tell him I'm the great. Eliza B, tell him I'm the great. Yeah, yeah, tell him I'm the great. You should tell him I'm the great. I'm the great, great, great. See you great, yeah.
No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. All my homies saying, oh, you right about us women. They just leave you in the gutter when they live. My homies saying, no, you're right about us women. They just leave you in the gutter and they got you slipping. This girl got me tripping. I felt something different. And she ain't right to me. More changes I like to see.